Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our session this morning, Much Ado About Mobile. My name is Carlin, and I'll be moderating the session for you today. And just 2 seconds about me. I've worked in association management and scholarly publishing for over 25 years now for various associations and publishers. Currently, I'm a consultant with Delta Think, which is a publishing and digital media consultancy focused on innovation and publishing strategy, as well as product development and publishing process and technology. Sorry about that. I'll speak into the mic. In this regard, we've done a good deal of research in the area of mobile delivery to date, and that's what's brought me here today and piqued our interest in the mobile space. Okay, enough about me. I'm just going to take a few minutes now to set the stage for our session and introduce our panel. We heard a bit from Rick Joyce at yesterday's keynote about the overwhelming growth in connectivity, especially when it comes to smartphones and tablets. I used to have a picture of a rock concert. If anyone's been to a rock concert lately, a lot of what goes on is not so much watching what's going on the stage, but folks holding up their mobile devices to take a picture and post it on Facebook. I used to have a picture of that. This one I like better because there's an asteroid coming to destroy the Earth, and rather than running for cover, everybody's taking a picture of it. So it's no surprise to anyone in this room that we live in a completely connected society. We carry our mobile devices with us everywhere. We see people using mobile devices to do everything. My bet is that most of you in this room have at least 2 mobile devices with you right now, and probably have 3 with you right now, or brought 3 with you to this conference. And you would be average if you had 3, myself included. The average mobile user in the U.S. is carrying 3 devices these days, or using 3 devices, with smartphones being at the top of the list, followed by laptops and tablets. In terms of access to content, ComScore, which is an advertising analytics firm, had a study last February 2013, and they reported that nearly 40% of all internet access was coming from mobile devices. And that trend at the time, which was over a year ago, this was trending to be 50 to 60% by the following year. And you can see where a lot of the usage is being driven by things like maps and weathers, but newspapers are in there right at about the 40% mark, and that's a little bit closer to what we do here in scholarly publishing. If we then fast forward to the end of 2013, we can see that 56% of digital content was being accessed by multi-platform users, so folks who are using more than one device to access. And you can see the progression month over month, the growth in that usage. Smartphones are clearly growing and represent a good portion of the mobile market. I would imagine in our industry that the smartphone uptake is even larger than it is in the general population. And tablets, which we all know didn't even exist a number of years ago, reached adoption levels in the first 3 years on the market that matched the adoption levels at 10 years for smartphones. Also, at the end of 2013, we can see the market share for mobile devices. We've got a large portion of smartphones and tablets with 1/3 of the market share. And I'm sure, again, if we looked at these numbers for just scholarly publishing, we would see even larger uptake. Time spent online. I find this really interesting. Again, this is for U.S. population, but it shows that mobile is responsible for virtually doubling our time online. So you can see that desktop online access has been relatively stable over the last 3 years of this chart, and all the growth is coming from primarily smartphone and then tablet use. So clearly mobile devices are everywhere and they're being used by everyone. I have not seen children this young using a smartphone, but I'm pretty sure I've seen a 2, maybe 3-year-old playing with games or educational programming on a tablet or a smartphone. They are everywhere and nearly across every demographic. And these children who are using these devices at these young ages are your up-and-coming customers. And usage is poised to continue with rapid growth. According to the Cisco mobile data traffic forecast, the numbers of mobile connected devices are forecasted to exceed the world's population by 2014, which is now, or by the end of this year. And you can see on the fourth bullet also that tablets will exceed 15% of global mobile data traffic by 2016. So what does this mean for scholarly publishers? Well, clearly it means that access to your content through mobile devices needs to be a part of your publishing strategy. Customers are becoming increasingly agnostic about how, when, and where they engage with your content. They'll start reading an article on their desktop. They'll go to lunch and take their phone with them and want to continue reading that article. They'll get on the train at night with their tablet and want to finish reading that article. I even had a resident recently say to me that he searches for content on his phone while he's riding the elevator in the hospital. Customers will read what they can on whatever device is available and accessible to them. It's a matter of availability and convenience. And they want it to behave similarly, so if they are familiar with your content on your website and they move to a tablet or a smartphone, they want it to feel familiar. They want the branding, they want to intuitively understand how to use the product and read your content, even though they've moved devices. And they want the content to fit the device. So reduced information is okay on the phone. Tablet has more space. That information should take up more space or utilize that space, that real estate on the tablet, and take advantage of it. But the content needs to respond to the device, so it needs to morph and change and take advantage of the real estate or lack thereof, depending upon the device itself, the device orientation. All of these things need to be taken into consideration. Okay. So today we're going to hear from 3 speakers about their experience with mobile delivery of their content and services. First up is Mike Engelbretson, and he's the Director of Publications at the American Academy of Neurology. Mike will give us a very brief history of new media publishing in the STM world and then provide a look at what the AAN is doing in the web and mobile publishing channels. After Mike, Steve Welch will be our next speaker. Steve is the publisher at Chest and has been involved in multiple app projects, including the app for their journal Chest, a highly profitable educational app, as well as some innovative iPad apps. And Steve will share some of his lessons learned to help you identify app-worthy content that could become your organization's next Angry Birds. And then rounding out our panel, our last speaker will be Jeff Lang, and Jeff is the platform manager for digital journal delivery at the American Chemical Society. And Jeff will be presenting the latest ACS ActiveView PDF, which is their solution for overcoming the limitations of the much-loved PDF. So thank you very much. And Mike, if you want to come up and get us started.